We're going to be taking a look at the Strikeman. The Strikeman is another way to dry fire your pistol without having to use actual live ammo. So with the ammo shortage that we've got going on right now, it's a really good way to practice and not have to use up all your ammo supply. So let's take a look at it and see what you actually get with the system. The cartridge comes in this little case here, and it comes in a box and has the thing on the outside showing you what caliber the actual bullet is in. So this one, it shows as a 9mm. But this works with a laser system. It doesn't have a rim on the case, so if you have a striker fired pistol, then it's not going to extract the bullet every time you try to rack the slide to be able to pull the trigger again. If you've got a single action, double action pistol that you can keep pulling the trigger without having to rack the slide, of course it'll be in double action all the time, then you can just keep pulling the trigger and not have to worry about it. This little black dot here on the back of it where the primer would be in a normal casing, that is the laser for the cartridge. When the striker or the firing pin hits the laser or hits the little rubber piece here, it activates the laser. So when I press that, you can see the laser showing up on the Strikeman box over there. Okay, so you can order the different calibers for the laser itself, and the top of this screws off so that you can put the batteries in there, and it comes with 3 small watch batteries, probably more like hearing aid size batteries, that go in this case, and they stack up in there to power the laser. And it's got the on and off switch, so you don't have to worry about the laser coming on automatically like you do with a lot of other laser cartridges, or like with the bore sights where you have to turn them on before you put them in there. This has got the switch so that the firing pin hits that to turn it on every time without it staying on constantly. And then the rest of the system that you get comes in this nice box here, and you get the target stand and a target that slides in here, and if for some reason the target gets damaged, then you can get a different target to go in there, or you can make up your own 8.5 by 11 target and use it. And it's got the stand that affixes to the bottom of it. This bottom piece just slides on and off, so you can either sit it on the table like that, or it also comes with suction cups so that you can attach the suction cups to the back of the stand and then mount it to a window, a mirror, or any other type of surface, so that you can, anything that a suction cup is going to attach to, you can stick it to that and it'll hold it up on the wall. So you just press that in there and then just stick the target to the wall. One of the main parts of the system is the app that you get to go on your phone. It also comes with this tripod that you put your phone in. The tripod comes like this, and it also has an extension that you can put on the pole of the tripod if you need to raise the phone up a little bit or something to get it in a better position to be able to see the target. And when you're using the system, the phone has to be able to see the target for it to register what's going on with the system. So let's take a look at the app here. It shows you all the safety things that you need to go through before you actually go in here. So like with any dry fire, you want to make sure that there's no ammo around you so that you don't inadvertently pick up a live round and put it in the gun while you're shooting. So once you say that you have checked all that, it gives you the option to hit the I agree, and then it takes you to the setup screen here for the session. So the first question is, what range are you going to be shooting from to the target? And you can pick anywhere from 0 to 20 all the way up to 100 feet just by scrolling through the different settings there. So I'm going to pick 0 to 20. And then you can select whether you're going to be shooting in night vision or night mode or day mode. So we're going to be out, since we're outside, we'll put it in day mode. And then select a session type. You can either do it by time or you can do it by the number of shots. So we'll pick number of shots. And then you can pick how many shots you want to do, anywhere from 10 all the way up to 50. So let's pick 20. Hit done. And then it asks you whether you want to have multiple sessions or not. So you can enable that or you can disable it. And if you want to do multiple sessions, then you pick how many sessions you want to do. So we'll do 2. Hit done. And then it's going to ask you how long of a break you want in between sessions. And you can pick anywhere from no break all the way up to 100 seconds. So let's do 10 seconds in between the things. So now it's asking you to calibrate the system. So what you have to do for that is we'll set the phone down on the shooting bench here, and then you hit calibrate, and it brings the picture of the target up on your phone. And then you take your fingers and you zoom the main body. There's a red circle that you probably couldn't see very well on the camera there, but you match that outside circle with the outside, or you match the red circle to the outside target ring on the target there. So if I put my fingers back on there, squeeze that in like you're shrinking or enlarging a picture on your phone, and match that up to the target. So we're pretty good right there. So now we're ready to go as far as that's concerned. So let's pick one of the guns we got out here. So this one is the FN. It's more of a full-size gun. And when you load the round in, you're not going to have the magazine. You don't want to load it from the magazine because it's got some rubber O-rings around the casing here that will hold it into the chamber. So you don't want to try to feed it from the magazine. So you just drop it into the chamber, make sure it's seated in there good, and then just drop the slide onto it. So now it's ready to go. So all we need to do now is hit start. So while I'm shooting, it's going to record the shots. Now, since I'm using a striker fired, I've got to rack the slide every time. And I've got the setting on the app to where I can hear whether or not it is hitting the target or where it's actually recording a shot. So you can hear that little click on the app over there. So now the next session is going to begin. I think it occasionally misses a few shots. Okay, that's probably the last one that's recorded there. No. Okay, once you get done, you can hit stop, and it records how long the time elapsed was, the shots taken 20 out of 20, the average rating was a 9, total score was 193. So you can go back and look at the history. So let's look at so it's got average score, average range 0 to 20, total shots 80, and then this is the time frame that you're looking at there. So if we just pick today, then it's going to show you what we were looking at there as far as the number of shots that we did. And then when you scroll up, it shows you where you've been hitting on that, and then you can look at each one of the ones that you did. So today's, so we can see there that my average score on both of those was a 9.65, so I was getting pretty good shot placement on that, and total shots 20, session time was 2 minutes and 37 seconds to get all those in. And then it shows you what the shot distribution, as far as 65% was in the 10 ring and 35% was in the 9 ring. Okay, so you've got the different settings here that you can change. It's got the profile that you can change all your information on the profile. It's got tutorials that you can go through. I've got it checked where you can have the gunshot audio on, or you can also do voice feedback if you want to on that one. I hadn't tried that one yet. See what it does. Then you can report any issues, and then it asks you whether you want to be in feet or in the metric system to measure your distance. That goes back to the training screen there to just show all the different options that are available on the app itself. So it's not a real complex system, but it shows what your sessions look like and how you were hitting targets and everything. To get the round out of the gun, you just take something that's smaller than the diameter of the barrel and just push it out that way. So it just drops right out of the chamber. So now if you wanted to go to a different gun, that's just being able to just drop it into the next chamber, and you're ready to go with the next gun. So then you just would go back through here and recalibrate the thing, since I moved it around a little bit there. So here we'll go back through and pick all of the same things, but we'll cut the number of shots down here just to make this go quicker. And we won't do a multiple session this time, so let's hit calibrate now. And draw that circle in. And there we go. So then we can hit start and go back here. I was counting my shots that time, and it missed about 3 of the shots. They were running a special. I think the whole thing wound up being right around $90 or so for the target and the cartridge, and then you get free access to the app once you buy the system itself. Once you get through shooting, it also shows you on the target where all of your shots were hitting. For the money, it's a good system. I'd recommend going and getting one for yourself, and pick up a couple of different calibers. If you're like most people, you're going to have more than one caliber that you shoot. Some you may carry more than others, but get a couple of different ones that go with guns that you may carry on a regular basis, so that you can train with those pistols without having to have live ammo. You're not having to deal with recoil on a system like this, but it does help with trigger control and sight alignment, which is two of the big things in being able to shoot accurately anyway. So check out doubleeaglegunworks.com for more information on sights and dry firing, and then like and subscribe down at the bottom. We'll talk to you later. Thanks.